If your heart could send you a text message 1 month before a heart attack, would you read it? Or would you ignore it, like 73% of people our age do? I'm Adam. I'm 57 years old. And 3 years ago, I almost missed every single sign my heart was sending me. Stay with me until minute 4, because that's when I'll tell you about a warning sign in your jaw that 9 out of 10 dentists miss.
Welcome back, friends. If you're watching this, you're either over 50 or you love someone who is. And either way, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about something that might feel scary, but I promise you, it's actually one of the most hopeful conversations we can have. According to the World Health Organization, heart disease kills 17.9 million people every single year. That's one person every 2 seconds. But here's what they don't tell you. 80% of those deaths are preventable. The heart doesn't just stop. It warns us. For weeks, sometimes months. We just don't know what to listen for. So today, we learn.
Sign number 1, shortness of breath? That doesn't make sense. You're climbing the stairs you've climbed 1,000 times. Same stairs, same as you. But suddenly, you're winded. Most of us blame it on age. I'm just getting older, or I need to exercise more. But researchers at the Mayo Clinic found something important. Gradual shortness of breath is often the very first sign that your coronary arteries aren't delivering enough oxygen. Here's what happens. Your heart isn't getting what it needs, so it asks your lungs to work harder, and you feel it as a kind of breathless that wasn't there before. The key word is gradual. If you suddenly can't breathe at all, that's an emergency. Call 911. But if you've noticed over the last few weeks that you're breathing harder than usual, write it down. When does it happen? How long does it last? And bring those notes to your doctor. Your doctor needs to hear the pattern. Not just, I'm tired, but I get winded after 1 flight of stairs, when I used to do 2 without thinking. Sign number 2, chest pressure that comes and goes. Now, we've all seen the movies. The actor grabs his chest, falls to the floor. Drama. But real life isn't like that. The Cleveland Clinic studied thousands of heart attack patients, and here's what they found. Half of them never described it as pain. They called it heaviness, or pressure, or a feeling like someone is sitting on my chest. And here's the sneaky part. It lasts maybe 2 minutes, maybe 15, and then it goes away, especially if you rest. So we ignore it. We think, oh, it must have been something I ate. Doctors call this stable angina, and it's not stable. It's a warning shot. Weeks, sometimes months before a real heart attack. If you felt this, even once, and it went away, please don't dismiss it. Make the appointment today. Sign number 3, fatigue that doesn't match your day. We all get tired. That's part of being over 50. But there's a difference. Researchers at Harvard Medical School followed thousands of women, and they found that 70% of women who had heart attacks experienced unusual fatigue for weeks beforehand. Not the tiredness of a long day, but a heaviness, like your body has become weighted. Here's how to tell the difference. Normal tiredness gets better with sleep. Heart fatigue doesn't. You wake up tired. You rest, and you're still tired. Your arms feel heavy when you hold a cup of coffee. Your legs feel like lead after 1 block. That's not age. That's your heart asking for help. Please, listen to it. And here it is, the sign I promised you. The one that 9 out of 10 dentists miss. Pain in your lower jaw.
especially the left side, or pain that spreads from your chest to your left shoulder and down your arm. A study published in the Dentistry Journal in 2020 found that 10% of heart attack patients originally went to the dentist. They thought it was a wisdom tooth, or a pinched nerve, or TMJ. But it wasn't. Here's the science, and it's fascinating. The nerves that feed your heart and the nerves that feed your jaw and your left shoulder, they all come from the same root. So when your heart is in trouble, your brain gets confused. It can't always pinpoint the source. And the pain shows up in your jaw, or your shoulder, or your arm. If you wake up in the middle of the night with jaw pain on the left side, and there's no dental reason for it, don't call your dentist. Call your cardiologist. I know someone, a friend, 62 years old, woke up 3 nights in a row with jaw pain. Thought it was grinding his teeth. His wife made him go to the ER. They found a 90% blockage in his main artery. 1 stent later, he's still here. He's still here because he listened.
5. Cold sweats. Out of nowhere. You're sitting in your chair, reading, watching TV, not doing anything, and suddenly you're sweating. Cold, clammy. Doctors at Johns Hopkins call this the classic alarm. It's your sympathetic nervous system reacting to a sudden drop in blood flow. This is the body's emergency alarm. It's loud, and it should be. If this happens, especially with any of the other signs, don't wait. Don't see how you feel in an hour. Call 911.
Sign number 6, irregular heartbeat.
That feeling, like your heart skipped a beat, or it's fluttering, or suddenly racing, and then stopping. This is called atrial fibrillation, and it affects 9% of people over 60. It increases your risk of a heart attack by 5 times. But here's the good news. 80% of cases can be treated with medication, with simple procedures, but only if you tell your doctor.
Friends, I know this was a lot, and I know some of it was scary, but I want you to hear me on this. Knowing these signs is not about fear. It's about power. Your heart is not your enemy. It's the most loyal friend you've ever had. It's been beating for you since before you were born, and it will fight for you until the very end. When it sends you a warning, it's not trying to scare you. It's trying to keep you here. For your spouse, for your kids, for your grandkids, for that trip you've been planning, for that book you haven't finished writing. Don't ignore it. If you noticed any of these signs, make the call. Today. Not Monday, not after the holidays. Today. And now, I need your help. This video could save someone's life. Maybe your mother's, maybe your father's, maybe your uncle you haven't called in 6 months. Hit the share button. Send it to them. Right now. Then hit subscribe. Because next week, we're talking about something just as important. How to cut your diabetes medication in half in 90 days with 5 simple science-backed steps. I'm John Joaquin. Thank you for spending these 12 minutes with me. Take care of your heart, and I'll see you next week.